Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am attempting RBI Assistant Prelims mock number 12th in practice mock app. So this was 2022 test series. So let's get started. So first given sentence rearrangement. So after observing these four sentences, I think fitness at the age 18 was highly predictive of the risk of dementia in old age. So I think C was the first. A long-term study of Norwegian military fitness, the age was highly predicted. So CB, AD, I think next. So the first one, the pathogens becoming resistant to the drugs becomes less effective as a result of bacterial antimicrobial resistance occurs when the drug is to treat infections. So the first one was the pathogens becoming resistant to the drugs become less effective as a result of resistance occurs when the drugs is to treat infections. So ACDB is the correct sentence. So next one was, I think option C was the first sentence. China controls 80% of the world's lithium refining. I think B, because according to data from Bloomberg, China controls 80% of the world lithium refining and 77% of world cell capacity. So BCA is the correct way. Next, D was the first. Governments committed themselves to establish the United Nations, bolstering international peace and preventing conflict with primitive goal. Bolstering international peace and preventing conflict. So governments committed themselves to establish the United Nations with the primary goal of fostering international peace and preventing conflict. The primary goal of fostering international peace and preventing conflict to establish the United Nations, governments committed themselves. United Nations with the primary goal of governments committed themselves. Governments committed themselves to establish the United Nations with the primary goal of fostering. So I think DBCA. So C option, next one. When birds, fish and other larger animals eat plastics, the material can get tangled up inside their bodies and cause damage. I think ABCD is the correct sentence, so no rearrangement is required. So when birds, fish and other larger animals get tangled up inside their bodies and cause damage, so no rearrangement is required. And from 6th question onwards, there are interchanging of words, swapping words. The colonialism of Indian textile is layered with stories of cultural appropriation and story. So the first one was, the story of Indian textile is layered with stories of cultural appropriation and colonialism. Okay, next one. The emergence of new gaming platforms and changing away, or I think it's changing demographics or pushing gaming business away from being product centric to becoming experience oriented platforms. I think AV and demographics are interchanging words. Next, the leaders finding the crucial underline of multilateralism in. So the leaders challenges the crucial underline of multilateralism in finding common solution for global significance. I think significance and challenges are interchanging words to get a meaningful sentence. And next one was, the primary objective of the G20 is to bring together developing, important, industrialized to discuss the issues in the global economy. The primary objective of the G20 is to bring together systematically important, industrialized and developing economies to discuss the primary objective of the G20 is to bring together developing, important, industrialized and systematically economies to discuss the key issues. So no interchange is required, I think. Next one, man-made climate change will soon relocate many countries, even force many countries to relocate capitals out of necessity. Man-made climate change will soon relocate many countries to necessity capitals out of force. Man-made climate change necessity. I think necessity and force will interchanged. Next one, from 11 to 15 onwards, this was closed test. If lack of data was an dash to roll out action plans against antimicrobial resistance, now that excuse has been yanked off. If lack of data was an dash to roll out was an impediment to roll out action plans against antimicrobial resistance, now that excuse has been yanked off. The recent publication of the Lancet's Global Burden of Bacterial Antimicrobial Resistance and dash and study estimate validated an elaborate and studied estimate validated by using an elaborate and studied estimate validated the Lancet Global Burden of Bacterial Antimicrobial Resistance and educate and studied estimate validated. I think it's elaborate by using counterfactual analysis for the first time comes at a time when the old vary with the test COVID-19 struggled COVID-19 so I think analysis for the first time comes at a time when the world vary with battling COVID-19 seems to have lost steam to mount a robust AMR policy. And next, but the report makes it clear that No dash can be allowed on this. No lesson can be allowed on the printer for any longer. It estimated that 4.95 million deaths were associated with bacterial AMR in 2019 alone. It also remembered the pathogens and pathogen recombinations that cause such resistance. It also discovered the pathogens and pathogen drug combinations that cause resistance. Next, so from 23rd onwards, there are LS questions. The degree of centralization of the judiciary, the weaker the federal structure. The greatest degree of. So next one, he seems to have maintained to a certain degree an attitude of independence, if not of opposition, towards Augustus. Seems to have to a certain degree an attitude of independence. The next one was unknowns characterize climate change in India given its size and population will be disproportionately vulnerable. The geology of the Himalayan makes the region inhospitable to large mega engineering several. So next one was nationalists adopted khadi as a symbol of resistance and incorporated the spinning wheel in the design of their flag. There is the correct word, but it's there given. Next, the difference between enthusiasm and assisted suicide is contingent on the person who committed the act. Next, the glorification of Shiva through grand temples is praised by. Next one, all citizens were equal before the law and were to have the right to participate in legislation directly or indirectly. All citizens were equal before the law and were to have the right to participate in legislation. I think in B there is an error. And next, the degree of centralization of the judiciary. The weaker the federal structure. The next one was closest meaning of reticence. We must show reticence to plant that will be cut. So next we will go to the RC. According to the India State of Forest Report 2021, India's forest cover has increased between the last assessment in 2019 and the latest in 2021 by a minuscule 0.10 million, as a rise of mere 0.2%. This is not boastworthy, not even noteworthy. The increase in forest cover has happened outside recorded forest area or forest land under the controls of state government's forest department. This growth has also happened mainly in forests that are categorized as open, forests with canopy cover between 10 to 40%. This shows that forests are growing because people are planting trees on their individual lands and are planting non-forest species, since there are huge restrictions on planting and felling trees. So in this, what are very dense forest. So what a very dense forest means? So we'll search for the keyword dense forest. These forest land would thus include plantations of rubber, coconut, eucalyptus and even tea. Very dense forest. So this growth has also happened in many forests with canopy cover between 10 to 40%. Zero 0.2%. What are the dense forest? The area outside the recorded forest is a substantial portion of the green cover of the country. The forest cover outside recorded forest area is 19.72 million, for 28% of the total forest cover. Is more satisfying green cover country. The land outside recorded forest also contribute 38%. So which is equivalent to the area under the very dense forest in the country. The tree covers outside recorded forest it is scattered individually is close to 10 million. Dense forest which can occupy 70% or no just 14% is forest cover. More than 70%. So next one, which of the following is not correct as per the state report 2021? Land assessment 2019 latest by 2021. Raise Maya 0.2%. Last 4 years. Next, almost 28% of total forest cover. Where it is considered almost 14% of forest cover. Increase forest cover as reservoir. Open the forest. So I recorded. Almost 28%. I think option C. Next, forest cover is growing in spite of the government, not because of it. Why does it say? So the greatest, I think option A. Next, does the reticence, the fuzzy forest reform should be based on the learning from the past. We must shed reticence to the plant. Resilience, a crucial need to build the resilience of communities. this is my score of 12th mock test. Overall I got 83.75 and my rank 1858 and percentile 86 and accuracy 90. So in English I attempted 26 questions, 9 are correct, 7 are incorrect. So these are my mistakes. And in quant I attempted 34 questions, all 34 correct. And in reasoning I attempted all 35 but 2 are incorrect. So this is my score. Okay, so anyone attempted this 12th mock test in practice mock app, so please share your score also. Thank you.